Welcome back, guys. My husband and I did a weekend getaway to Juno Beach, Florida, and I'm so excited to tell you about all that we saw. Our first stop was the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, which is a sea turtle research, rehabilitation, education, and conservation center. If you love sea turtles like I do, or want to learn about them, this is an amazing place to go to for anyone of any age. Entrance is free, but you can give a donation, which makes it really accessible to anyone. This camera view is from the inside of their treatment area that you can watch and see the care and treatment they are doing for the turtles. These babies were brought to the center healthy and were just waiting for a big sargassum clump, which is a type of seaweed to be released safely in. The center has done such a great job at being able to have an up-close sea turtle experience. I was so impressed with how well they provided wonderful learning opportunities, from knowledgeable volunteers to answer questions, windows into their treatment area, and signs explaining what the turtles are there for. One of the coolest things was being able to see the different types of turtles. We got to see a loggerhead, green sea turtle, and Kemp's Ridley, all of which are either threatened or endangered. I definitely recommend that if you're in the area, come check this place out. Sea turtles play an important role in the health of oceans, and the more we know about them, the more we can help them. Sometimes baby sea turtles get lost trying to get to the ocean, and they have a place to drop one off if you ever happen to come across one. We picked up dinner from the Juno Beach Fish House. We were planning to do a picnic on the beach, but it started raining, so we did a car picnic instead. We ordered 2 of their sunset dinners, which comes with bread, drinks, entrees, and dessert. It's not pictured, but their bread is the best homemade bread I've ever had. I would go back just for the bread. We got the sesame tuna and baked stuffed shrimp. They were so good, and I would recommend them both. And we ended with a little key lime pie, which was amazing. What I loved about this beach is the accessibility. There is plenty of free parking in lots and on the street all along Juno Beach and into Jupiter. There are restrooms at the parks and showers at every path to the beach, which is definitely a must with kids. We came across this cattle egret and enjoyed watching it hunt this lizard. A fun fact about cattle egrets is that they are opportunistic feeders and follow large animals around to catch insects. The beach itself is beautiful, and one we will definitely be bringing our kids back to. There are a lot of different piles of shells like this one that are fun to look through. A couple of hours after the sunset, we came out and walked the beach looking for sea turtle tracks of sea turtles laying their eggs. We were so lucky to come across a couple of the turtles going back into the water. If you look close, the straight line in the middle is where their shell drags on the sand, and the grooves on the side is where their flippers push them up. The next day, we had our breakfast at the Juno Beach Cafe. which is a local family-owned restaurant with a fun atmosphere and good food. We got our picnic at the beach, and for breakfast we had the Mediterranean omelet and the crab omelet, which both of them were so good, particularly the crab. Just as we were finishing our breakfast, we got the highlight of our trip. We noticed a team member of the Loggerhead Marine Life Center begin a survey of a recently hatched sea turtle nest, and we got to watch as she excavated it. It's important to know that sea turtle nests are protected because of the sea turtle's threatened or endangered status, and excavations are conducted by permit only by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Sometimes during the excavation, the researchers find live sea turtle babies which hadn't worked their way out yet. It's also important to know that they are not being rescued and researchers do not interfere with the natural hatching process. This nest just happened to be a leatherback sea turtle nest. I have a passion for sea turtles, and what drew me to choose a leatherback for my channel name is because they travel the greatest distances from their feeding grounds to the beaches where they nest. Leatherback sea turtles are important because they are a fundamental link in marine ecosystems. They consume large numbers of jellyfish, which help to keep jellyfish populations in check. They often mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, which is harmful to them, and we can do our part by helping reduce our use of single-use plastic bags. The goal of the excavation is to determine hatch and emergence success, which means to see how many eggs hatched versus how many made it out of the nest. Here you can see where the hatched eggs are separated from the unhatched, as well as some fake eggs that researchers think that the turtles lay as spacers between eggs. It is estimated that only 1 in 1,000 hatchlings will survive to adulthood. So these little guys need all the help they can get from us. If the temperature is too hot, any babies that are found are taken and then re-released at night. Leatherback sea turtles are the largest of the 7 living sea turtle species. They grow to more than 6.5 feet in length, and they can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. After the excavation is done and all the data is recorded, the researchers put everything back in the nest for nature to take its course. I'm so grateful for people who dedicate their lives to preservation and making the world a better place. So thank you to everyone at the Loggerhead Marine Life Center for all that you do.